Hopefully somebody jumps in. Found us again. There's Chase. Okay. I hope it's better. Man, the other night it's been going along really good, and I think it's just sometimes what server you hook up to. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have a huge collection of them. I'm not a big collector of bayonets, but I do like to have them. And back in the day, 15 years ago, 18 years ago, whenever you bought an AK, you usually got a bayonet with it, especially the Romanian stuff, some of the Yugo stuff. You got bayonets with them. So I picked up a couple over the years, but this is a good representation of what you got with every Wasser. When you bought a Wasser, this is what came with it. And they'd be in different levels of condition. Back then, though, early on, most of the stuff was really good. Pouches and stuff like that. You'd get a bayonet. You'd get the frog for the bayonet. You'd get, I think sometimes he's buffering again. But Bakelite, I've cleaned it up a little bit. But just your, normal, everyday, whatever. But the frogs were kind of cool. They were nylon and with the leather. And there's a rubber insulator around here. And I think the insulator wasn't just used for, to protect the leather to the metal, but literally insulated you if you were using the wire cutter. You put it together, if I can get it, and you had a wire cutter. So this insulator would, if you're cutting electric lines, I guess keep you from getting shocked. And obviously maybe the Bakelite was an insulator. Yeah, Bakelite is an insulator, I think. I think they used to make, they'd use them for like wiring blocks and different stuff back in the day. For household electrical, some stuff would be made out of Bakelite. So, yeah. But that is your typical Romanian setup. And here's one I picked up after the fact because while I had the gun, the things that came with it, the mags that came with it, my Chinese Bakelite air gun, right? And that came with steel blued mags, flatbacks at the time, I think 3 of them. And some came with a bayonet, some did not. My father swears it didn't come with a bayonet, but it came with a sling oil. I didn't have one. So I tracked down an original Norinco bayonet for it. And this thing's in primo shape, as you can see. Really, really nice all the way around. And it's the same, it's not Bakelite like Russian or Bulgarian with the swirls. It's I don't know how you pronounce it, phenolic resin, more like a fiberglass. And that's what this is. If you look close, it's kind of a step between Bakelite and modern day plastic or polymer. It's a little bit smoother. It does have some fibers and stuff, but much smoother shape than Bakelite. But it's still cool, and they only put it on those Chinese rifles, and those side folders, a little more than a handful came in, a few hundred, 500 maybe, or something like that, 1,000. I forget the exact numbers, but it's rare, very rare. It's one of the most expensive AKs you'll find on the market today. I see them going on the low end. This is the matching bayonet. So When you got the, you got the little stock panels on the folding stock, you got panels, grip, you got the Bakelite handguard and gas tube cover, and then this hanging off the front, and then this is the matching Norinco mag that goes under it, and they're all, matching. You got all that Bakelite and that Chinese bluing, real bluing. Man, it's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And this is unlike a Russian Bakelite. That's not a scratch on the mag, guys. That was just a finger. This actually came from Misha. And I have another one, and it's funny. This one, there's like a little lighter area right here. It's not a rub. It's not a scuff. I can oil it all I want. It's just a different color there for whatever reason. But I got this one from Misha, but the original one I got, I'll tell the story again. It was Father's Day, and my dad, at the time, that Bakelite side folder belonged to my dad. He bought it brand new. I want to say it was between $300 and $400, $350, something like that. Him and his partner on the police force, they were on duty. They stopped at a gun shop and they had them. This is back in the 80s, and they both walked out with one. And he had always wanted a Bakelite mag for it. I was talking about Russian Bakelites, and he knew how into these I had gotten all of a sudden. And he said, I'd really like a Bakelite mag for that AK I got. And I said, well, I'll see if I come across one. I'll find you one. 15, the guy was out of his mind. Anyways, I picked this one out of a bin. I look at it. It's all nice. And I said, how much you want for it? He says, give me $10. I gave him 10, and I stuck a bow on it and gave it to him for Father's Day, right? And put it in the gun. He admired it, this and that, put it away, didn't see it for a few years, right? And at that point, I was just getting into AKs. And fast forward 10 years, and I'm over there, and I'm messing with the gun, and I'm looking at the mag, and I'm oh, what's that marking there? And let me see if I can get this to show. I doubt it, but I got to get it at the right angle. It's going to be right here. You see that star there? That's the Norinco star. Let me see if I can get it at the right angle to see it. There, maybe. Right there. See the star? In the middle of that star, it says Norinco. And then on the other side, there's the triangle right in the middle, about half an inch up from the base plate here. You'll see it. There's the triangle. See the triangle there? And in it, it says 66. So that's the plant that the Norincos were made in. Of the 100 or so Bakelite mags this guy had in the bin, mostly Russian. Me not knowing any, just picked one out, and don't you know, I picked the one, I'm sure, the one Norinco Plant 66 Bakelite mag that is absolutely correct for the gun, and I didn't know anything about them, nothing, and paid $10 for it. This mag right here goes $350 all day long. Minimum, the cheapest I've seen them lately is $200, and I've seen them go up that high. I have two of them, the one I bought for him and this one for Misha. I'm pretty sure this one was from Misha. I need one more to fill out a mag pouch. I'd like 4 to have in a chest, 3-pocket chest rig. But I need a third one for sure, and 4 maybe. Also looks like I'm getting the green, OD green Bulgarian waffle mag for side folder. So that's coming. I'm winning the bid right now. We'll see. I'm going to win that sucker, period. No, I won't go over that. I'm not going over it. But yeah, just it's cool to see all this Bakelite. I saw on Reddit a guy posted a picture of a fixed stock Chinese stock made out of this stuff. along with the pistol grip and handguard off of Norinco, and it was just this a picture of the stock, the handguard, and the pistol grip, and he said, "Look what I found, unobtainium." And he said, sometimes you just get lucky. He must have found a post somewhere of a guy selling it, and he grabbed it. And I thought, Chinese AKs, I love that side folder because of how rare it is and everything. And it's just cool. It's so different. But other than that, I don't, just not into them for some reason. I don't know. I like European stuff, or I just don't care for them, whatever. And I did often think, though, it would be really cool to have a matching fixed stock version to go with that Bakelite side folder. So I've watched a few on Gunbroker go through, and I saw one where the pictures looked really good, and I was thinking about it, but the guy was just a little too high enough to where no one was bidding. And then I saw another one where the pictures were a little suspect, and the full stock versions did have some issues where the polymer started cracking, peeling, flaking kind of deal. And it just looked like they were kind of dry, if you know what I mean. And that maybe it was starting. Man, that isn't a crack, is it? I'll kill myself. Holy cow. No, better not be a crack. Maybe a scratch. I don't know. Anyhow, the stock looked really dry and all, and the price was okay, but I didn't bid on it. But one of these days, maybe the right one will come on. I'll feel confident in the condition, and I'll buy it. You got to be careful with these. Guys think, like, for instance, mine is as close to new in the box as the tables or workbenches or whatever. They got scratched. So you'll see some, they're not perfect guns. It's not like pulling a gorgeous Smith & Wesson pistol out of the box and, having it perfect. They're just not. And some are better than others. And there's a few I've seen that are damn near perfect, which is like mine. But I'd have to find one that nice. And, unless it is absolutely untouched in the box, even guys that have super taken care of them, you're talking about 35 years, but it for the right money. And I mean, I know they're worth more, obviously, but got to find the right one, and then I'd probably do it. Guys have asked me, would I do a Polytech Legend? Yeah, for years that was the holy grail, the be all end all, the best, the smoothest, the this, the that. I can take them or leave them. I don't know. I don't consider it the finest AK. I don't. I just don't. Maybe they're pretty. Maybe they like them. I think a lot of the older guys that were around pre-ban just are nostalgic for them. I think I'd probably over that. I think I'd rather have an SGL. I think I'd rather have what else? My Vepers, maybe a new Arsenal milled gun. I'd rather have over that. What else? I'd probably take a Mitchell Hugo over that. I don't know what else. Hell, I might even take. Tell you what's a damn pretty gun for the money, the ZPAP. That's just an excellent, excellent gun, and it's pretty. It's well finished. The machining on the components is excellent. Their finish does not wear either, like the Chinese finishes do. Early blued Yugo, those are some pretty guns, let me tell you. So there's a few things I'd take over a Legend. I don't know. Let's check the chat here real quick and see what you guys are saying. Well, first of all, I'm glad you found me. Sadly, not the bayonet. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do was sell my AK. What kind of AK did you have, Joe? I don't remember. Tell me. Those are still considered some of the best AK Max, period, no matter who you ask that has run AKs. Yeah. Yeah. Investment. Yes, that one is. What did you just buy, Nick? And what? Let's see what else, Joe. Sometimes I prefer stealing not a crap one like mine. Yeah, right. Shit's getting expensive. The good news is, I think the gun prices are done. You're seeing more and more inventory. I think coming back as far as hey, stop in, see them. It is magnificent coffee. All kinds of flavors and grinds and this and that. This happens to be Michigan cherry, and the cherry smell is so strong. It's amazing. And any of their stuff is good. Any of it. Just try, get a half pound of this, a pound of that, a pound of that. My daughter brings it to me. It's great. Anyways, if I knew enough about the underfolding spikers, I would try to find one of those. And I suppose I could do the research, but I just haven't. They don't strike me. It hasn't been what I wanted. So I don't know. I may try to find a Russian kit too. Nice, just a nice AKM build. I don't know, but all numbers matching, original Russian. I may do that. There's a couple other kits I want to build too. I probably, I should do a Romanian. And should do a Romanian 74 too. That's what I should do. So, got a 74. Was it your 74? And what did you said, wow, when you shot it. What did you think? Describe it a little bit. And you've shot a 7.62 gun before? How did it compare? What was the wow factor? Oh, what kind of coffee? It's called Schuels, Schuells, or something very close to that in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Schuels Coffee. Fabulous place. Go in and get a pound of this flavor, that flavor. Great coffee. My daughter goes to school up there and sends it to me. I love it. It's all I drink next to Dunkin' Donuts. I hate, I shouldn't say I hate. Their regular coffee, I can't stand Starbucks. Tastes burnt. I don't like drinking burnt coffee. Anyhow, so a double folder would be cool. Even just a spiker. I'd do a spiker. I don't know. Just some versions of Chinese guns, like their kind of pseudo RPK. They made the NH, NMH, shoot. Was it NMH 91? Yeah. Kind of a pseudo, a few things, or the slant cut Mac 90s. Mac 90s it's for straight receiver ones. Then I do slant cut. So I don't know. What do you guys think of Chinese guns? Anybody got one? On week 6, waiting for my CNC Warrior brace for my Sam 7K. Can't wait. Yeah, mine took a while too. Mine took quite a while, but it's worth the wait. Trust me, it's worth it. Like that Sam 7K, the 44 version, they're out again. The correct versions are out. The ones without the fake booster, there's a bunch of them on Gun Broker. KVAR's got them. They're auctioning them. So they must have got another shipment. They said they were out, and for a while those things went $3,000, $4,000, crazy money. And now there's some around again. Great gun. Just super cool. One of my most favorite. Grab it. Something else I did. I was in Harbor Freight down in Tennessee with my brother-in-law. And if you guys have seen those gun cases they have that mimic the Pelicans, I forget what they call them, what their name for them is, but they come in black, tan, OD green, orange, yellow. I've wanted a nice case for my mini pick and pull, they call it. So it's pre-cut kind of, and you can pull little pieces out and get pretty close to the shape of whatever you're putting in there. And I did that for this. It's 2 layers, so I got a pistol under it and mags and all that stuff. And then the short Scorpion on top. And I'll tell you what, it worked out really well. The guns are snug in there. They don't move. It looks custom fit. I would rather have foam and cut it out myself, where it's the exact shape. But tell you what, it's money. It's not bad. It's got the pressure relief. To tell you the truth, I don't understand the pressure relief or why somebody would need it. Flying or something. The way they make it seem is it's there, to keep you closed the case at one altitude and went to open it at another. It may not be easy to open because of the seal, I guess. I don't know. But I think it's more, I got a Pelican case, for ridiculous money. So you can get one at Harbor Freight. They're decent, nice, big, thick handles. They got the valve, nice latches, metal locking points. The pick foam is good. Just go smaller than you think. And you can always take more out. You can't add it back. So be careful when you're doing it. I kind of flipped it over from the way I wanted, laid the gun on it, and outlined it with a silver marker. And then took all the major stuff out and left a little extra around it, and then test fit it. Flipped it back over so you can't see the marker now. And just enough for it to fit, and it works great. I got a medium size, I guess they'd call it the pistol case, but it's about this wide, it's about that tall, and about yes. It could fit. Should I get off? Am I annoying you guys with the buffering? Joe likes the Chinese guns. I'm drinking Rapid Fire Turbo Brew. Stupid strong. Wow. That sounds strong. What is that? Like Black Rifle or Black Coffee, whatever. I have a soft case for my AR-15. Yeah, Harbor Freight's got the long rifle ones too. And they're really nice cases. I need more cases like I need a hole in my head, Look at those Pelicans. Crazy huge. I mean, how many of those can you fit in the average trunk? You can't, The average guy can't fit, unless you got an SUV, you're not fitting a lot of those anywhere. They're so bulky. And then you lay it out on a range table or something. When I go to the range, I use soft cases. But what I am lacking is, I guess,